Hello, in this video I will introduce you to the brief usage of bash commands inside the Colab notebook. So the first useful command is curl. So basically you can type bash commands inside the cells that are intended for Python, but if you start your code with a bang, so it will be executed in the console and the commands are Linux-like. So this curl command will download the archive from this website. The H letter and the minus sign before it is an argument to this command, the additional argument. And the H argument is a header for the request. So we have several headers like connection keep alive, upgrade insecure request 1, blah blah blah. All these long headers aren't typed by myself manually. You can just use a console, yeah, and for any network requests that you are wish to perform, you can open network panel and right click and just choose copy, and here we are, copy as curl bash. This will copy the exact request that was performed by your browser, and here is the most important, I think, argument of the curl command is output. This is the name of the file that will be outputted to your directory. Yeah, here we have some statistics about, so we have just downloaded in about 3 seconds almost 200 megabytes. This is really a good point about Google Colab, so the network between Google servers is really fast. Yeah, we can try to make this request that we've just copied. Here we are, something like really long requests that is performed by Google. Yeah, these are requests that are performed by Google. I don't know what are these. It's the requests by Colab, and we can probably even find out how the Colab works by examining the output of these curls. Yeah, we have several OKs. These are outputs of our requests. So if we don't specify the output, the downloaded info will just prompt to our console output. Yeah, so we have some responses. Okay. Another useful tool for networking is wget, and it saves the web page by default to your directory. Here we can just wget example.com, and it will save to index.html, and if index.html exists, it will save to index.html.1, .2, .3, and we can just download this example.com HTML page and print it out here. Yeah, here are a lot of outputs from this curl. As you can see, you can do the same networking as in your bash console. Some HTML files, I think it's from, yeah, so a lot of headers here. Okay, let's oh, here we have status about our limit and usage of disk. Pretty interesting, yeah. So we have like usage, I think it's bytes, yeah, GPU usage 0, kernel 0, limit 0, RAM, and we have some hashes of Google assigned kernels and everything, some info. We can use it to hack Google Colab. Some invalid credentials without cookies. Yeah, finally it performed all the requests. We downloaded the index.html.2. Here you can see the name of the file, and we can just read it. So we've pasted the HTML code we have downloaded, and using this notation, it's valid only in Jupyter. We outputted the pure HTML from the example.com. Actually, the example.com looks a bit different, but it's quite similar, and it works almost every time. Another useful command is simple and consists only of 2 letters, ls. It's used for listing all objects inside our current working directory. So we have some files, and we also have a directory. We can use ls and add an option all. This will display more information, such as the owner of the object, such as the type of the object, and the permissions that you are allowed to do. So D is for directory, read-write is for read-write, X is for execute. DRVWX is directory that you can read and write and execute in. And here are permissions for group and for user. So yeah, this is how you can just see everything that lies inside your folder. This is the size and the date of creation. Okay, let's move on to the next useful command. It's called tar. So when you downloaded some tgz file, which is tar zipped file, you can unzip it using tar xvzf and some name. Also, you can paste file variables, string variables from your Python scope just inside your bash command by using this $sign and the name of variable. For example, you can, because I don't have right now this file, so we'll comment this, and we will use another command like echo, and here we something do echo. So yeah, and here we can assign variable something to echo equals to hello bash. Yeah, so we just echoed the variable from inside the Python. It's very useful, so you can automate interaction with your operating system just from your Python code. The useful technique is zip. For example, we have just downloaded the dataset human eva, and yeah, it should have been downloaded, but it don't download it, so, well, never mind. For example, if you have some zipped file, you can unzip it using the command unzip. If you want to zip file, you can just zip, and for example, let's zip, let's unzip these 20 news groups. Unzip. We'll just unzip this, yeah. So here we are prompted for input. In these cases, we are just we can just use this. For example, we want to replace. all. Yeah, so we replaced re-unzipped everything from that archive. And the last feature of Google Colab that I will introduce to you is mounting a Google Drive to your to your Colab notebooks. So you just import this module, and when you're mounted, you will prompt it to enter your credentials and allow Colab to access your files, and then put token inside this prompt. And then voila, you will have your Google Drive files inside your directory. Here it is, Drive, My Drive. Here are all my private files are inside this notebook. You can ls drive, of course I forgot the bank symbol, ls drive, and for example my drive. Note this backward slash, it is used to indicate that this is indeed a space, but not a next symbol, a next command to the ls program. Here we are. Lots of stuff. And we can open my drive, for example. We can open it here. Can create a folder inside my drive just from my notebook. mkdir is a command, and here we are, test directory from notebook. Here we created a directory. Here is all my directories that are existing, and it should appear here. But it don't for some reason, because I have created a test directory from notebook, not in my drive, but here inside the working directory. So we need to change the working directory. So how do we change the working directory? Is just by cd, which is for change directory. Every command in Linux Bash has its own scope, and the working directory is the main part of this scope. So we can change directory to drive, and then my drive. Yes, and then create directory inside. Yes, of course, because every command is separate. So we can change directories, and then using two ampersands, which are used for executing the second command, if and only if the first command is done successfully. Yeah, here we are. So we have I'll have here. Yes, here it is. Test directory from notebook. It's just pure Google Drive, and I can, for example, I don't know, create a Google presentation here. And I will see it just right here. For example, ls drive, my drive, and test. I'm hitting tab to complete, but it won't complete for some reason. Test directory from notebook. we'll replace the spaces with backslashes. That's, by the way, why programmers don't actually use backslashes, because they are not quite... for some reason it seems to be empty. Maybe because I have no DSLS. That would be. Should save. And we can list the directory. No, it's not. For some reason, it's not created there. I don't know. So, well, I think you've got the point. Google Drive, for some reason, don't want. You can just create some folder. Yeah, it definitely created there, and we can check it. Come on, baby. Okay, so I think you've got the point. Without stable internet connection, this is not much useful, but if you have really good internet connection, you can do all your work from network, and you will never be afraid of losing it, and it's quite convenient, as for me. So while our cell is still running, I wish you good luck with starting your machine learning course, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and see you on next lessons. Goodbye.